I am moving into Japan. Watch this video from this Japanese woman, and then on the other side of it, I will have a little bit more information about Japan. It is time to dive a little bit deeper. Be sure to look at the articles that she is posting. It's definitely a different perspective from what we are fed in the media. And I love that social media is allowing us to get the narratives from the women who are living it. All right, jump in, check it out, and then wait for my analysis on the other side.
Name one thing your country does that Japan can't do better.
はい、日本に住んでる日本人です。ヨーロッパ育ちなので I know what I'm talking about. Japan, you cannot have a different surname from your spouse. Same-sex marriage isn't legal. Healthcare isn't free. The wage gap between men and women is absolutely ridiculous. And so is representation for women in politics. Years ago, a scandal broke out that Tokyo Medical University had rigged the exams of the students so that only men would pass and only a few women were able to enter the university, because according to them, women would eventually get pregnant and stop working. Pregnancy isn't covered by the national health insurance. Epidurals aren't common. So a white man like you might be comfy, but
I am moving into Japan as I talk about global birth rate decline. Japan's birth per woman stands at 1.34. I found this article from CNN. Japan births fall to record low as population crisis deepens. This crisis talk is so alarming. The number of births registered in Japan plummeted to another record low last year, the latest worrying statistic in a decades-long decline that the country's authorities have failed to reverse despite their extensive efforts. The country saw just under 800,000 births last year, the lowest number on record and the first to ever dip below 800,000, according to statistics released by the Ministry of Health on Tuesday. That number has nearly halved in the past 40 years. By contrast, Japan recorded more than 1.5 million births in 1982. Japan also had a recorded high for post-war deaths last year at 1.58 million. So less than 800,000 births and 1.58 million deaths. Okay, so I can actually see why they might be alarmed. Deaths have outpaced births, and not even just by a little bit. In Japan, for more than a decade, posing a growing problem for leaders of the world's third largest economy, they now face a ballooning elderly population along with a shrinking workforce to fund pensions and healthcare as demand from the aging population surges. Japan's population has been in steady decline since its economic boom of the 1980s and stood at 125.5 million in 2021, according to most recent government figures. Its fertility rate of 1.3 is far below the rate of 2.1 required to maintain a stable population in the absence of immigration, because I believe they are xenophobic and very homogenous. The country also has one of the highest life expectancies in the world. In 2020, nearly 1 in 1,500 people in Japan were over the age of 100. Isn't that crazy? Nearly 1 in 1,500. Wow. Can you even imagine? So they need younger people to prop up all these old heads, but they are not doing what they really need to do. They're acting like they're implementing things. Okay, so this is why I say that I don't really believe that they're doing much to fix things. Japan's high cost of living, limited space, and lack of childcare support in cities make it difficult to raise children. This is where they need to be focusing, just like most of these other countries, meaning fewer couples are having kids. Urban couples are often far from extended family in other regions who could help provide support. In 2022, Japan was ranked one of the world's most expensive places to raise a child. So maybe they should focus there. Anyways, jump in the comments. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, share.